Hi, my name is Trevor Tyson from KBandsTraining.com. One of the most important things when it comes to tennis is lateral quickness. By utilizing Kbands, we're going to be able to build the muscles needed to explosively move laterally throughout the court. During this drill, we're going to need several tennis balls to help with our range of motion through our lateral shuffles. First thing we're going to need to do is get down a nice athletic stance with our Kbands on. Drive over laterally as quick as you can, racing to get there before the tennis ball crosses the inline. Now you're going to slide step as fast as you can to then do the same thing with the next tennis ball. Notice partners are going to be rolling those balls to challenge speed and quickness laterally. Throughout the drill, you're going to feel your legs on fire, your glutes are going to be burning, and that's the great part about Kbands. We can build these muscles and these stability muscles while we do sport-specific movements. So shuffle as fast as you can, back and forth for a complete active round of about 20 seconds. As you finish your 20 seconds, shake your legs out a little bit, they're going to be burning. Get your legs moving again and get ready for your next set. 3 to 6 resisted sets followed by 2 unresisted sets will be a great way for you to finish out this drill. Remember, quickness is key. Maintain that balance, keep the racket in your hands, and really work on your quickness from side to side. Strap on your Kbands just above your knee. Remember, the long resistance band will be in the front and the short in the back. You're going to have complete range of motion and be able to sprint, challenging every angle of your athletic abilities. For this specific drill, we're going to be sprinting out for our forehand, getting in great position, using our hips and driving through each shot. Next, we're going to slide back to the middle, working on that lateral quickness, and then move right back out to the forehand. Keep in mind this is resistance training. We need structured reps and sets during these sequences to build muscle and quickness within our legs. Complete about 15 reps with your forehand, take a little break, and then get right back to it for 3 to 4 sets. After you finish up these resisted rounds, go ahead and unclip, and we're going to be moving into 2 unresisted sets. Your legs are going to be feeling free and easy, almost feather-like. This is the time that we really have to maintain the quickness and work to get to each forehand, challenging our shuffling speed as well. Let's work through the Kbands Backhand Drill. It's going to be a great active workout for tennis players to build lateral quickness while we're working with sport-specific movements. First, we're going to have our partners or coaches start hitting the ball over to our backhand side. Follow through each individual shot and then drift back towards the middle, getting ready for the following movements. As the next ball is hit towards you, explosively move back out for another backhand. Utilize sets of 1 minute to 1.5 minutes before taking a bit of a rest. Remember, using Kbands is very similar to weight training. We're going to provide our bodies with resistance, increasing muscle activation, and then we're going to take a little bit of a rest in between sets before we move on to our unresisted rounds. 4 to 6 resisted sets followed by a little bit of unresisted movement to get your hips nice and loose. This is going to get us a little bit of technique with the backhand and forehand before we finish up our training session. The reactive stretch cord is going to be challenging our center of balance and foot positioning as we move towards that backhand. The focus still remains on proper foot alignment and hip rotation to drive through the ball. To begin, you're going to need a partner to place their anchor strap around their wrist and move about 8 to 15 feet back, standing in the middle of the court. We're going to be then moving out to make our backhand shot and then sliding back towards the middle of the court. Continually moving, letting that 360 D-ring slide around your waist so that we can maintain that great resistance as we move out for the backhand. Continue this sequence for about 45 seconds before taking your break. Keep in mind that throughout the active set, you're going to have continuous resistance. The key is to not add too much resistance. The reactive stretch cord stretches out to be about 20 feet, so your working range is going to be anywhere between 8 and about 18 feet. So if you're more advanced, go ahead and stretch that distance, but if you're less advanced, work in a range that you can maintain proper footwork and that backhand really stays with proper form. Today we're going to be working on our tennis skills with a reactive stretch cord forehand. Grab your racket and position yourself towards the middle of the court. Next, you're going to have your anchor stand out behind you about 8 to 15 feet back. Depending on your level of athleticism, you're going to need to stretch that zone to challenge the resistance. Next, we're going to be moving into our forehand position through the resistance, getting in proper hip alignment and working on our rotation and follow-throughs. After each individual shot, you're going to be sliding back towards the middle of the court, getting ourselves a little bit of rhythm and movement before going back out for the next shot. Keep in mind, the reactive stretch cord is going to adjust with you. With your 360 D-ring, it's going to continually move on your back, positioning itself at the right angle to provide the right amount of resistance. It's key that you maintain focus and continue working on your forehand positioning and drive through each shot with power. Complete 45 seconds of forehands before taking a break. With 3 to 6 sets, you're going to have a nice complete workout for your forehand during the reactive stretch cord drill. Today we're going to be working on our range of motion throughout the court, challenging our distances with the reactive stretch cord, building strength through our forehand and backhands. First thing we're going to need to do is get our partner about 8 to 10 feet off our backs in the middle of the court. Next, we're going to be sliding out laterally for a return shot with a forehand and backhand, quickly sliding from side to side, getting ourselves in the right position. Be sure that you don't overstride or drive out too quickly. We want to keep things natural in the game of tennis. So quickly move from side to side, maintaining that proper hip positioning, and drive through each shot. Keep the sets nice and simple. 45 seconds of an active round, short minute to a minute and a half breaks, and then move through for about 5 sets before moving on to any other drill. The key things to remember here is body positioning and driving through with power during each shot. Balance is key. Let the reactive stretch cord do all the work, pulling you off your center of balance, allowing your body to really focus on keeping its center. Challenge each shot, really driving through for the max amount of power. For more tennis-specific drills, head to kbandstraining.com and dive into our tennis training section. We've got all kinds of products to help with speed and agility, as well as more drills like this to challenge your skills.